Yeah, and we are back, those weekend golf guys. John Ashton here in the studio. Jeff Smith, of course, at the Plain and Simple Golf School from the Golf Cave at Otter Creek. And with us on the line, Mr. Jessie Bailey. And we have Mr. Bailey with us for one important reason, and that is, Jeff, that I'm not usually wrong. And when I am, I don't usually admit it. Okay?
I will agree with that.
Okay. But here we go. I have made a huge mistake, and I owe Mr. Bailey a very large apology. A couple of months ago, I got a package in the mail from LaGila Sports that said golf wipes, and I kind of chuckled. And I went, okay, I guess you could put a new label on anything. And then about 3 weeks later, I was playing. This is springtime, so it was a couple months ago, not a couple weeks. I was playing in very wet conditions, and I was done, and I was putting the clubs away. I said, well, maybe I'll try these wipes. One wipe cleaned all 14 of my irons. And I got to tell you, they looked better than when I soaked them in hot water and washed them on the back porch. They looked almost new. Yeah. Yeah, and one wipe.
You got all the dirt out of the grooves and everything?
Yeah, I got the dirt out of the grooves and everything.
How'd you do that?
With a golf wipe from LaGila Sports.
Wow.
So this is why I need to apologize to Mr. Bailey. Sorry I doubted you for an instant, sir.
Wow.
That's nice of you. I appreciate it. But then, there's been a lot of jokes, but there's a wipe for everything you can think of. Going to any store and there's wipes. And owning a golf course and living in the Dominican Republic at Casa de Campo, I'm around golf all the time. And I started working on it about 2 years ago. I finally, with a manufacturer, designed, manufactured, trademarked, and working on a patent on a wipe that is abrasive on one side, smooth on the other, with a cleaning agent that doesn't hurt your golf glove or your hand or your skin. Mm-hmm. And it does just that. One wipe will clean your whole clubs. And it's worked fantastic. We've been on Facebook, YouTube. We've sold thousands of packages. There's 18 wipes in a package. They sell for $6.95, but on Amazon, I think they're even a little less expensive than that. Mm-hmm. And we're now in golf pro shops around the country. We're selling a lot on Amazon.com. Yeah. And for you to even reach out to me on something like this is truly appreciated, because we're getting more and more popular, and it's fantastic. But they actually do work. That's the amazing thing.
It is the amazing thing. And I got to tell you that, in the springtime, I don't know how you do it up in the Mohawk Valley at the country club up there where you are, but around here they take the ball washers off for some reason in winter and early spring. I guess so they don't freeze.
Well, they're afraid they're going to freeze. But, what you can do, everyone uses a golf towel. They dampen the end of their golf towel. Yep. They wipe their clubs, and they wipe the balls off. But, you spend a lot of money for an expensive golf towel that ends up smelling after a few weeks of getting it dipped in water all the time or in a pond. Yeah. And this is one of the reasons I came up with these golf wipes. They're, one package can last you 6, 8, 10 rounds of golf. $6.95. It's the cheapest way to keep your clubs clean.
It is.
And, I don't recommend them. You don't use a wipe every time you're on a hole. Unless you're a horrible golfer. I am. But you pull one out before you go play, and maybe halfway through the round, if you need to, you clean one, and you use one when you're finished. Keeps your clubs in perfect condition. It's something that really has astounded me. We're selling tens of thousands of packages of these, and it's kind of cool that I came up with something that works and people appreciate.
You know what I need to know, because I ask most of the entrepreneurial golf types that we talk to on the show here. Jesse, you've got apartments that you own, you've got a golf course that you own, you have restaurants in the Dominican Republic and Florida that you own. First question is, when did you have time to come up with this idea? And second question is, why did you come up with this idea?
Because I don't sleep at night.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's great.
Well, if you're a golfer, if you've ever heard of Casa de Campo in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sure you watched the PGA. Okay, the PGA. That was a Pete Dye course. Pete Dye lives right down the street from me. He's as nice as he can be. His son,
right.
TV. They're just phenomenal people, and I've got the golf wipes in the pro shop at Casa de Campo, and I just kept thinking about this, and I on top of everything I do, it really took me almost 2 years of working on this before I could really come up with the perfect wipe, and that was abrasive on the one side and smooth on the other. And it took me a lot of time and a lot of money, but I love doing things like this. And the self-satisfaction of finding something that works, that golfers appreciate, is so very cool.
Yeah,
and that's the whole reason. It's not even the money. It's just the fact that you actually did something that people appreciate, especially a golfer.
Yeah, Pete Dye may be a nice guy to you, but for those of us who play on his courses at times, man, that guy's a sadist.
Did you, do you know, well, listen, here's the best one. I'm friends with Wayne Levy. I don't know if you remember Wayne Levy from the 90s. He was PGA Golfer of the Year. He grew up on our course, phenomenal guy. In fact, ironically, this weekend I was at a dinner party with him, and he said, I played Whistling Straits at a senior tournament, I think he said 5 years ago. He says, you know something? I hate that guy. It's really, he said that tongue in cheek because Pete Dye is world famous and he is so cool.
Yeah.
Teeth of the Dog. I have a home on Teeth of the Dog, ranked 34th in the world at Casa de Campo. Yeah. It's the most diabolical course you've ever seen, but you play it and you appreciate the magnitude of the brilliance of that guy. And it's just incredible. And if you were watching, did you see that course had 1,000 sand traps, Whistling Straits?
That's
1,000. I probably would have hit 300 of them if I had played that course.
Yeah, before we ever hit a Pete Dye course, we always go out and make sure we've got like 6 dozen balls because they're going to need that to get around.
Cool.
Well, they had the senior PGA this year at the Pete Dye course at French Lick Resort in French Lick, Indiana, which is very close to where our studios are in Louisville. I know Rocco Mediate walked off after the first round, and they were interviewing him, and he said, I enjoy Pete Dye golf courses, but obviously Pete was rather angry when he built this one.
I love that. Well, the new course.
There's a lot of golf courses that people complain about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a lot of the tournament player courses. But he just did 6 courses at Casa de Campo. The new one he did, which is so cool, it's called To Die For, D-Y-E. He named it after himself. I think he's got a great ego, which he has every right to.
Of course.
He says, Butch, I have a nickname, Butch. He says, Butch. He says, this is going to rank higher than Teeth of the Dog, but it's got to mature. You get up on that course, and you're intimidated the minute you hit a ball.
Yeah.
And but that's what golf's all about. And it's such a cool. It's a humbling game. But gentlemen, you know what y'all need to do? Most of the time in the winter, I'm at Casa de Campo. Y'all need to come down, play To Die For with me on one of my courses, stay at one of my houses, and I think you would have a new appreciation for Pete Dye.
I think we need to originate a couple of winter episodes of those Weekend Golf Guys live and direct from Casa de Campo, Dominican Republic.
Be a lot of fun.
What do you think, Jeff?
That could be a lot of fun.
Well, let me tell you. Well, Pete Dye is not there as often as he used to, but PB is. His son is fantastic. I'm a friend of his. You want to come down there? I'll talk to PB, get him on the air with you, and I think you would. I think it would really, not that it needs to help your show, but I think you'd be surprised just having them around and playing golf. You'd love it. And you're welcome to.
We just want to get friendly with as many of the movers and shakers in this business as possible. And Butch,
there you go. That's what it's all about.
That is it, man. It's who you know and who knows you, and we're just looking to make some friends, buddy. That's what we're in for. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah. So now you can get them at, you're saying, basically everywhere. Amazon's got them, but pro shops are stocking them.
Amazon's got them. You can go on our webpage, just LaGilaSports.com or LaGila Golf Whites, and we have a special. I think 3 packages for $19.95 or something, includes shipping. Hopefully they're going to be out there one day for everybody to use, and then maybe I could actually retire.
Yeah, sure you will.
I don't think you will. I don't think you will.
You'd retire for a week, Butch, and you'd be so bored you'd probably go open up 17 more restaurants or something. Take it from me. Don't make the same mistake. Don't look at them and snicker, because they're absolutely exactly what they say they are, which in this day and age is a little strange to begin with. But, I mean, an entire set of ping irons, man, with one wipe after a early spring wet round. So I'm a believer.
Oh, you have good taste. I've got a set of ping irons, too. Aren't they great clubs?
Oh, they are. Fantastic. And as soon as I learn how to use them, I'll be even better. But
that'll even make them better.
Yeah, but Jeff Smith, a co-host here, he's working with me, so it's getting better all the time.
Well, this is so much appreciated that y'all would take the time and energy to do something like this with me. And I'm going to extend that invitation. If you all want to, you take me up on it, and we'll have a great time in the Dominican. And I've got some great bars that we can party in, and they've been on MTV, and you probably won't get to bed till 4 or 5 in the morning, but I think y'all can handle it.
As you have proven, sleep is much overrated. LaGilaSports.com, man. Golf wipes. And we look forward to seeing you sometime this winter down in the Dominican.
You know what? I think they're priced right. You know, triple pack of these things for $20.
Uh-huh.
I think it's strong.
Yeah,
that's a really good deal.
It is. And you know what?